Hello everyone. This is your message for basically the last week of August. And yeah, wow, it's been a difficult one, hey? So I do feel the energy shifting a bit. There's still an underlying sadness, a need to question why and how, and almost just find a new way of flowing with life. But it seems difficult right now, and it seems like we don't know how. And thus, it is very important to return to a deep connection to God, to Spirit, however you name that energy. But that's our only foundation right now, to make that strong connection so that we can find a new way forward. But be also aware of staying in the now, not planning too much in the future, and keep surrendering. Keep surrendering your attachment to an outcome and visualize yourself in a situation without having to plan how you get there. Visualize the joy and the peace and the happiness that you can have within something that you yearn for without feeling that you have to make it happen and take control of the steps. So that is very important. Also for this week, well, I drew a card from my Ask the Archangel card sets, and it's Archangel Hafrael, change direction. So there are changes on the horizon, and I think we're all feeling it, and we're all feeling like we need to take somehow one big step, or just change something, shift something, or just set that intention that you are ready to shift and allow the universe to answer. So that's still part of the week, and guided by the sadness, which was explained to me this morning by the angels, is a reconnection to nature, a reconnection to allowing ourselves to be nurtured. Because it's only within sadness where you pull yourself a bit back from the world, allow yourself to be in your own space, that you don't have to have an excuse to be alone. And it's also a space where I find I connect with nature much easier, to my guidance. It's like by not feeling completely myself, also in my physical body, that I go more into connection with the trees. And I had such an experience this weekend where my husband and I decided to just drive out Paris, and we went in search of the couple, and well, just got lost. And it was so beautiful, and not to have to rush anywhere, just be, and almost just being in nature and that open space. And I found myself under the trees, and I realized that the trees were inviting me as if they had nurturing to give me. Where when we feel sad, we also tend to sometimes just shut off from everything because we feel lost and alone. We feel abandoned by God. We often don't allow anything to enter our space. And this is where the angels try to remind us to make that connection. I could feel the trees over me, but I have to make that connection. Become aware of the trees, become aware of the plants, and invite that energy, drink that energy in, so that you can be filled with that life energy, that prana that we need to survive. And so some other guidance that I received for this week is there might be some good energy to take action and creative action. So action in creative projects or creatively communicating, also putting it into your relationships, in how you communicate and interact, but definitely in a creative way. And then as well, looking at freedom and redefining to yourself how you understand, what is your understanding of freedom and the way that you need it. And start visualizing how you allow the freedom to come to you. So what I also want to share with you today is a mudra mantra meditation, which I did in the yoga class this morning, which assists us with heartache. So to heal heartache, and sometimes heartache is through the loss of a family member, a friend, a loved one, or an animal. Sometimes our loss is something in our life, a relationship or a job, or just that you feel something is finished and done, that you are going through a death process. So any meditation you can do for like 3 minutes. And if you do it for 21 days consecutively, that helps you to shift that energy. But you can do it on any day when you feel you need it. So for this meditation, the mudra is to put your hands in prayer, but not press them together, just lightly in prayer, almost with open palms. And you bring the middle fingers to the height of your third eye, and you're going to breathe through the palms of your hands, almost through the thumbs. And you're going to inhale through your nose. No, I'm wrong. You're going to inhale by sipping the air through your mouth. And exhale through your nose. All through the hands. And the mantra connecting to this is a call to your higher self. So you can either just focus on calling in your higher self or your true self and opening that channel, or the mantra is Hame Hum Hum Ramdas. Let me just check. Braham. Sorry. It is Hame Hum Hum Braham. Calling to your higher self. So you do this. All the while focusing on your higher self, receiving the guidance and the nurturing that you need from your whole soul experience that existed over lifetimes since the beginning of time. And to allow that to come into this body and into this lifetime to help you heal with anything that you're struggling to deal with right now. And remember, we've had many different lifetimes and very difficult lifetimes. But this one is on a completely new vibration. We haven't done this before. And so it can feel really difficult because we have to invent ourselves in a new way. Reinvent your purpose, reinvent freedom, reinvent your life as to how it makes sense to you. And be aware of the things that makes you feel stuck, whether it's money or support or whatever you feel that you need that's not there. Start inviting that in. Start asking for it. Set the intention that you are ready to allow that into your life. And again, simplify it. If it's not really, obviously money always helps, but maybe it's something specific you think you need to get the money for. Focus more on that. Focus more on the feeling of that which you want to invite, instead of focusing on the money that might be a block for you because you want to do it on your own. So this is a very powerful week of support for us, but please balance it with some downtime and alone time, and be creative. The angels have guided me to also start pushing my body again. Start pushing yourself to notice that this body is able to do more and be able, or are able to be more for you. So I'm thinking of you. Take good care of yourself. Lots of love, and I'll see you next week.